Grace, I need you to take something. I can't use it anymore.
What?
Don't let Kane see. It's my slingshot. It's got 3 bullets with it. I found it earlier in the house and I wanted to use it, but I'm screwed. I can't do anything now. It's up to you.
Okay.
I shot you. I taught you how to shoot. You can do this.
Okay, 3 bullets.
Tandy is propping herself up with with the shotgun that she used on herself earlier. If someone can get me an extra towel, or the bandages seem to be working okay, but not as great as they could.
Okay.
So I just need a towel, maybe from laundry.
I'll grab that, Tandy. I head to the laundry as fast as I can to get back to my family as well.
Is everybody else okay? How are you?
Relatively.
Yeah, as okay as we can be.
Are we gonna burn this place down?
I've run, so I've come back.
do?
When
you've come back from the laundry, you notice all the towels in the laundry are covered in blood, as Gemma had used them all to clean up the blood. And the dead body is still lying on the kitchen floor.
Did I run to the laundry or to the kitchen?
It's on the back side
Gotcha.
of the kitchen.
Okay, well, I grab the driest towel I can find and I wring it of all the blood dripping. And I just wring it all and I run back. This is the driest one.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. Beggars can't be choosers, I guess.
What are the chances we can still do some laundry here?
I mean, the house is empty, so I'm assuming the washing machine is gone. But
Okay,
guys,
so the important thing is that we have to figure a way out. Obviously, we don't have my car or Jerry's truck.
Sorry.
So
wasn't your fault, Gracie.
That wasn't you. It's okay.
So
do we do?
Mallory possibly has a car that we can look at, and then there's also Briar's tent that's near the end of the property. Maybe there's some other way for him to get out. I'm not expecting a car because he's supposed to be blind, but maybe there's something that we can use.
Yeah, if we can't go out the front, maybe we can go out the back. Just walk through the woods until we find another house.
Well, it looked like the houses when I drove the truck. It looked like the trees, the spires, circled the property to not let us out.
No.
We might need that shotgun. How many shells are left?
It's a full magazine of shotgun
Well,
shells.
I didn't know shotguns had magazines.
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, so the futuristic
Hold on.
shotguns.
Oh.
Given that there was a question asked and we need clarity on, I'm going to say either Tandy or Grace needs to roll to decide how many shells. And I will say there could
You
only
have your
be
hope.
a max of 4
Okay.
available.
I have a
If you
hope
do not-
die.
If you do not roll, I
Yes.
will decide.
You've got the hope
Oh.
die. Shelby doesn't.
Yeah, I don't have any hope.
Okay.
Do you want to roll for it?
Yeah.
Or just let it be a
Maybe we can
surprise.
get.
Or- yeah,
we can
or we
get
can-
4. Do
we
we?
could get
Do we
4.
trust Zach? I don't
Well, at the
think we
same
do.
time. Wait, at the same time.
Too
oh, no.
late. If he
wait, that
decides, we'll
point.
end up with none.
Oh
Wow.
wow.
1-1.
I have 1.
Was that it?
Yeah.
And no 6s.
And no 6s.
You have 1 hope that you'd like to use. You have 4 available.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's the only option.
Wow.
Go for the one
Maybe
hope.
we should
can
just
do it.
let him
I
decide.
would also let you
Meh.
know that you do have your brink available, which allows you to re-roll all the dice.
It's worth
But
it.
no, it's just for
Too
it's just
soon.
for ammo. It's okay. It could be worse. Maybe it could be worse.
As in
It's gonna be worse.
the whole chapter ending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's better to use brink when you have the most amount of candles than later. Do you know what
I mean, we could use
I'll
the
use
one
my
hope.
brink.
Oh.
Would you like to describe where that brink puts you?
I have framed someone else to deflect culpability.
As
Mallory.
you set yourself on the brink of madness,
Oh no.
this is your first activation of it as you burn
Oh
this
my
brink.
God.
If you fail, you lose it. If you succeed, you can use it again.
I like the idea of you being insane for this for the whole
That's such
episode.
a weird thing
Yeah,
to say.
and none of you would know because I'd go quiet.
Well,
so
if she goes-
insanity.
If she goes insane, she only has
Oh,
one
thank
foot.
God.
Oh yes.
yes, you
Yes.
Two
Can't chase
sixes.
us.
Two
Two
sixes,
sixes,
1-1.
and I'm going to use another hope
Okay.
for this one. Wow.
It's 1.
You have 3 1s remaining. Or
Shit.
3
Yeah,
hope.
yeah.
3
Re-roll
hope.
it. Just re-roll.
I'll reroll.
Yeah.
Thank you, chat.
Oh.
4. Yep.
that was the one
Okay.
again.
Okay, so 2 6s.
So, you notice that there's 4 shells left in the 12 gauge.
Yeah. Well, there's only 4 shells in here. I
Magazine?
thought that we had another one in here, but I probably Grace didn't pack everything in.
It was used on your foot.
Well, no, I have to deflect culpability.
I don't know how many I unloaded in that truck.
So, unfortunately, unless we find any more, and I don't know if
Can
we
we d-
will,
and-
we have 4 that we can
And
use.
Tandy, just so you remember, because you were out when it happened, but Tommy did shoot Mallory in the head. So, and
What?
Mallory
He talked to us.
yes, he
He talked to us,
Tommy-
and I had to basically kick him out of the house by
Yeah.
using his daughter.
Tommy shot Mallory,
He
and
did.
his face kind of reformed.
He Wolverined back together.
Exactly. So
Have you heard of that? It's a really old comic
Can
book,
I-
but I like it.
It's,
Can-
it's not that old.
It's really old for us.
It's
Um,
really not that old.
can I just say that whoever it might work on is Gemma. If it comes to
We're
that.
not going
We're
to
not gonna
shoot
I'm
a
just saying.
child.
I'm just saying. Mallory.
Kane,
I'm just
we're
saying.
not shooting
Shooting
a
Mallory
child.
won't do anything. I'm just saying. Shooting Mallory won't do anything. Okay.
She's just a child. If anything, Mallory is complicit, and
Or if-
Briar's dead.
Okay, but Mallory was trying to sacrifice our lives for her. If anything, we could maybe take her as a hostage.
As a hostage, Kane, do you hear yourself? She's a child. If anything, we should take her with us just so that she's not in
I'm
an
ju-
unstable home.
Okay. I'm just using.
An
I'm just
unstable
thinking as a
home.
bargaining chip.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think we're a very stable home right now either.
Look. I'm just.
I'm doing the
just
best I
following.
can.
I know.
Grace.
It's not personal.
It wasn't a blame thing. I'm just.
Isn't it? Isn't it with you 3? Isn't it? All right. Let's focus on we have to get out of here.
Yeah.
Yes.
So either Mallory has a car or we go down to Briar's tent and we figure out another way out of here. There is no way with the state of the cleaning that this man just was here at this house all the time.
Okay.
Well, if Briar's dead, why don't we just see what he had?
I
he
think
had to
we
have
should see
something.
what he
He was
had,
living
yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe he has
Sounds like
something.
Anything, even supplies to help with your wounds.
That's a really good idea.
Okay.
That's really good, Grace.
Okay. So
Let's try that.
Can I assist you?
Yes. I'm
As you
holding on
grab-
to the shotgun.
As you grab her hand and you start to move towards the door,
put her
you
over.
hear a sound of the house creaking, almost as if it's tightening in, tensing As you take one more step forward, the door closes on its own as you see the latches all close themselves. All the shutters on the windows close, and the room goes dark, and the lights begin to flicker, and you hear this deep, dark hum coming from the basement. As you look over to your right, as you're still in the entryway, you notice a light emitting from the closed cellar door underneath the stairwell as it's kind of pulsing out in all directions.
Grace, run to the back door. You're the quickest. Go.
Okay.
As you're running through the house at full speed, you start to see all the windows around the house closing loud with their claps of each one that's hitting. As you look through the kitchen and you see, as you're making your way towards it, the door shuts. On the other side of the door, as you see this happen, as it closes and reveals in the dark of the shadow, you see your father standing there as he's just motionless in front of you. It stops you in your tracks.
Guys, I don't think we're getting out of this house.
You've ran away from them.
Okay, so they can't hear me.
They're still in the front of the house. You're about 5 feet from the exit of the back door as he's standing in the dark in the corner.
Inside the house.
Yes.
Okay. You can't be real. Nothing in this house is real.
He slowly starts to lift his hand.
What do you want? Dad, you should have stopped us from coming to this house. Why did you let us come here?
As he steps out of the dark, you could only see the whites of his eyes, and as he moves into a little bit of the light, you see the back of his head has been blown out as his brains are falling, as matter just trickles down on the floor. With each small step he takes, you hear the squishing of the brain matter under his shoes as he continues to walk slowly towards you. As he does so, blood starts to drip out of his eyes, as if this individual is crying, as he moans, "Grace."
It's not you. You're dead.
Grace.
You're not really here.
Grace.
I reach for his hand.
As you go to grab his hand, you kind of fall through it. As you look back up and he's no longer standing in front of you.
I go back in the other room to
Okay.
tell everyone all the windows and the door, they're all shut and they're locked and
They
they
all
won't
slammed.
open.
They all slammed.
And I think Dad might be in the house.
What?
I saw him,
Don't, Grace.
but I saw him.
Doesn't look like she's
What
lying.
did you see?
He was there and his head was blown. I tried to touch him, but then he just disappeared.
Oh my God.
But he has to still be in this house. He's still a part of this.
Did he say anything?
He just kept saying my name.
Remember, I did see my birth mom as well, so we might just be seeing things. I know.
I agree. I think we're just seeing things.
Well, now we
Right
can't
now.
get out. What do we do now?
There has to be a way out of this house. There has to be. I mean, we could
Start to
try.
hear this rattle coming, as it sounds like wood rattling, almost like a door being kind of forced
where?
to try to be open. And you look over towards the cellar door as it's shaking and lights streaming out from it as it kind of moves off of its hinges, and then it stops for a moment. And then you see this loud boom as it kind of pops up from the floor with a really loud
Gun.
thud.
I
It goes
prepped the
silent.
gun.
Boom! It hits again as it starts to pop up.
Something
Okay,
wants in.
You
So-
start to see the hinges on the floor of the cellar door loosening. With each hit, the screws are ripping out of the floor a little
Upstairs, attic.
The
Okay.
attic?
Attic.
No!
Okay,
We
we
can't
run,
go down
yeah.
there. We can't escape here. Go to the attic.
Okay, we.
I run up.
And I help. I help Tandy to the attic as well.
I run up the ladder into the attic and I go into the setup.
Hold on. You're moving a little quick there. So you are making your way up the
Yep.
stairway.
Up the stairs.
As you get to the top of the stairway and you go to pull down the attic, as you pull down the handle on the attic door, a large black bag comes falling towards you. I need you to roll.
Oh shit.
Nothing.
No ones, no sixes.
Drink.
Oh, really?
Uh,
Brink?
I don't have any ones. I could brink.
No, Brink has everything.
Have you
Should I?
used, you haven't
Should I?
used
Re-roll
your,
everything.
I'm asking, should I?
You can only use Brink when you've used everything else.
Oh, I haven't
Oh.
used everything. I still have my vice, which I can't burn because I have no ones.
This large black bag comes falling from the ceiling as it lands on top of you. As you fall, your knee slips out of place as you feel it dislocate as you go to the ground.
Jesus.
Sorry.
This large black bag is sitting on top of you. As you turn the stairway, you see this bag on top of her as it starts to move.
Oh.
And you feel this body inside the bag making contact with yours, rolling.
Get it off of her! Get it off of
I grab
her!
it and throw it off.
You throw it down the stairs as it kind of thump, 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 and lands kind of upright against the corner before it turns back down. And it sits motionless for a moment as it then just starts to move again and moving as it keeps kind of lashing out as you start to see these two hands piercing the front of the trash bag
No.
as they rip through the plastic, reaching around and ripping open as your father's face starts to come through. We're going to hold right there as another light goes out and the world gets closer to darkness.
Sorry for candles.
There have been no truths as we move into this next chapter. I'd like to remind everyone, if you're planning on using truths tonight, things move much faster in the final chapters, and you'll need to get them in quickly to make sure they get incorporated into the story.
Yeah, only 4.
You only have 4 dice.
Do we have 4 in there?
Yeah.
As we begin, chapter 7. The hands pull through the black bag as the face comes out and forward, looking directly towards Tommy on the ground. Tommy.
No. I'm trying to fix my knee.
You were supposed to protect her. Because you failed Grace. You failed her.
No.
I left you in charge.
I will protect her.
As his body keeps slowly moving out of the bag and pushing it. Tandy, how do you react to this?
I fire a shotgun into its head. Boom.
You just, you're gonna have to roll for that.
Should I not?
I mean,
We only have
you know,
4 shells.
my opinion is if it's not gonna push the story.
Okay.
I mean,
I will reason with my undead husband that is tearing itself out of a trash bag
you,
at the
you
bottom
can
of our
Reason with a
stairs.
demon.
Wally.
His head slowly turns off of Tommy. It's still in the bag, slowly ripping it down.
Wally, what are you doing? These are your children. I'm your wife. You need to stop. You're scaring the shit out of us.
Only one child matters now.
All of
As
your
he
children.
points towards your...
Yeah. No, I got that news earlier. Thank you. All of your children matter, and they especially matter to me. We need to get out of this house. If you care for any of us, and I know you love us so much, you have to help us.
He's now fully removed from the bag as he takes another step forward. You see the back of his head is missing.
Wally, you never warned us. All I have is this note that doesn't really tell us anything.
I put my hand in my back pocket and pull out my pocket knife.
Okay.
I need for you to be the Wally that I know and that I love, that your children love. We need that right now. We have got to get out of this house.
He puts a hand under your chin. What surprises you is the warmth that you feel. It's for a brief moment you lean into it, and he leans closer to you. You could have stopped all of it.
How?
I couldn't talk to you. I couldn't talk to you at all. Maybe. If you weren't so goddamn stubborn, I would have felt comfortable enough telling you what was going on, but instead I chose to shoot myself in the face. For the thought of talking to you was that much more unbearable.
I swing up the shotgun to not shooting him, just smacking him in the head back. You're not Wally.
As you swing up, the body kind of disappears into this blackish red rolling smoke as it engulfs you, swirling around you, and you all see this like red swirling kind of smoke pattern. As it flows and quickly moves off of you and goes directly towards you. I need you to roll.
Oh, good luck.
Grace.
Remember?
Believe.
No, you don't.
I don't
No,
have any.
Yeah. She has brink though.
I have my brink.
Yeah. Which you will need.
No ones and no sixes.
Okay.
As you
Roll.
are on the verge, the brink of madness,
Use your brink.
Yeah, I'm gonna use
Yeah.
my brink.
Grace.
if you succeed, you hold off the madness. If you fail, we'll see what happens.
Oh my god.
Grace.
There's 1-1.
There's
No,
1-1.
no, we can use a hope.
There's 1-1.
Reroll
There's
it.
1-1. We have hope, right?
Yes.
Do we?
Yes.
We have 2.
You have 3 left.
Okay,
Oh,
okay,
okay.
thanks.
Choose
Yeah.
one.
Come on, come
I
on.
can do it. You
6.
Oh, it's a 1. No,
It's
we
a
can.
1.
You
We
roll,
can do
re-roll,
it. We
re-roll.
can use a run.
Believe. 6.
Believe
Six,
it. Believe
six.
it, though.
Oh.
4.
Oh,
You
wow.
see this red smoke go directly towards you. As you brace and lean back, you kind of instinctively breathe in as it enters your body, and you see every ounce of this red smoke disappear inside her lungs.
Gracie.
Grace!
As your eyes turn solid red, as they move like the sea, much like Briar's before her. You find yourself outside of your own mind, looking in a dark, dark place.
Hello, Grace.
What do you want?
You, Grace.
Well, you can't have me.
I do already. I'm in control now, Grace.
And what are you gonna do?
What? Let's have some fun.
Is that all I can do now is watch?
Yeah. You can try. Get angry, Grace. Get scared, Grace. Please. Do anything. It doesn't matter.
You, the rest of you 3,
Grace.
see Grace standing motionless as her
Baby.
eyes are wide looking up and the red smoke fills.
Grace, baby. Are you okay?
Gracie?
She
Grace?
doesn't respond.
Grace.
Big G!
Grace!
Grace's eyes slowly open as she just ensures you all that she's fine.
Grace?
I'm fine. Why are you all
You're
freaked
fine?
out?
There was a whole
Are you
range.
okay?
Smoke.
I'm fine. Look, I'm fine.
Oh, God.
Okay, thank God.
Oh,
Thank God.
Nothing's
God.
wrong.
I hug her.
I hug her too.
I don't.
Okay. Okay. Now, are we going to the attic or what?
Well, is there still noise that's going down?
Hold on.
downstairs?
Oh.
You're not
That's
in
right.
control yet. Another light goes out as we make our way closer to darkness.
Oh man.
We have no truths to dictate the next part of this chapter.
This is going by
oh
too
no!
fast.
Oh no!
Again, I'd like to remind everyone, if you have truths, you need to get them in quickly.
3.
They have less dice.
Or you know,
3
have us-
dice remain as we begin chapter 8. Things have seemingly calmed down. The doors have not opened. The booming in the basement have stopped. The house remains dark. The lights are off. You all stand huddled as a family, as if waiting for the shoe to drop, but nothing happens. Silence envelops you. Not just silence around you, but silence everywhere. You hear no breeze. No wind, only the breath of each other.
Okay, it's gotten quiet. That's good.
Tommy, are you okay? How's your leg?
Quiet is good.
It hurts when I move it. As long as I don't move, it'll be okay, right?
What if we pop
Okay.
it back in?
Oh my
I think.
Tandy would know how.
Yeah, I think at this point it might just be best to very gently slide it back into place and then just wrap it.
Okay.
And it's best for you to stay off of it as much as
Okay.
possible.
Tell me what
Can
I
I
need
start
to do.
drinking yet, Tandy? Can I start drinking alcohol yet? Is that
Are
cool?
you 21?
I don't think there's alcohol in the
Well
house.
then,
Can you at least give me something to bite on?
take off my belt.
Okay. I put my leg up.
Oh,
Please,
no, you
please
can-
do it just
you can have this
fast.
because apparently I'll be gaining weight, so I won't need a belt to hold up my pants.
As you're doing that, Grace takes 2 steps back as she gives you some space, and she's just kind of standing in the corner upstairs towards her own room in the doorway, looking at the 3 of you. Doesn't seem uncommon in any way.
Mhm. Tell me what I need to do if I can assist in any way.
Okay, I need for you to hold her, like brace. Tommy, here, go ahead and take this, put it between your teeth. And as soon as I just pop this back into place, just bite down.
Okay.
Okay, and I'll give you a countdown. All right? All right, 3, 2. Okay, it's good. It's good. I'm just gonna
Okay, Tommy.
use this part of my shirt to bind it up.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Just binding it up.
Okay.
You're fine. You're fine. You're good. You're good.
I stand up. Oh,
You're so brave, Tommy.
Okay, there you
As
go.
you're standing up,
Good.
Grace, you, outside your own mind, see your body reach into your back pocket, pull out a slingshot, load it, pull it back, and you watch yourself let go as almost in slow motion, the trajectory of the bullet flies directly towards your sister as it enters her temple and her eyes go dark, and you see your sister die in front of you as you then watch your hands load another, pulling it directly towards your older brother, removing his eye, and you watch Tandy plead in front of you, please, please don't, as you push her down the stairs and then stomp on her face repeatedly over and over again, and you begin trying to struggle for this control to bring yourself back.
Are you having fun yet, Grace?
No! Let me stop this!
No. You need to give me what I need.
And what is that? What do you need?
I'll let you go if you bring them to me.
So you can just kill them later?
Bring them to the basement. Maybe you'll live.
Maybe.
Do it. Or I'll do it for you.
Okay. Okay.
You see yourself now standing at the top of the stairs as your sister's standing up, having just reset her kneecap.
Okay,
You're so brave. You are
No.
so brave, Tommy.
I'm
Good
so
girl.
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Good girl.
What?
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
What?
What?
It wasn't me.
What wasn't
You
you?
didn't do it. Mom, put it back in. It's fine.
It's fine. She's good now. She's good.
I can stand.
Okay.
She's good.
I can
Yeah,
stand.
Tommy, just try to lean your weight off of it right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Okay.
I got you,
Okay.
Tommy. I got you.
Okay.
I got
Okay.
you. Is there a place we could sit down just to? I mean,
The house is empty.
I put
Packed
it.
boxes are in the rooms. You could sit her on top of a box if you want.
I do that.
Okay, let's go into my room then. It's right here, the master bedroom.
Okay.
Did we want to? Was there something in the attic that you wanted us to?
I was just trying to escape from whatever
Okay,
was going
okay,
on in
that's
the
fine,
cellar.
that's
Do you
fine.
want to go grab some of those knives out of that drawer?
This might not be a bad idea right now.
This family and knives.
I go to the
Tommy, come with me.
pull the rope and try to.
It's already open.
Oh, okay. Well, I go up the stairs to.
You're making your way up to the attic. As you go up into the attic, you can't find a light. The switch that was hanging down from before, this small rope, you click it, nothing.
I've got my phone. Can I use that?
It's dead. It hasn't been plugged in days.
God damn it.
No idea how long you've been here. So you start feeling your way around the dark attic for the box of knives that was there before. As you're moving your hands around, feeling to the space, you place your hand on something wet. As you squeeze your hand, you feel it give a little bit. Something moist, something with texture. You feel it squishing in your hand. As your hand starts to slide inside of this weird substance, you feel it start moving up your arm. As this cold chill starts to envelop your body, your feet, as you try to move, are stuck, and you start to feel the same chill moving up your ankles as this weird viscous substance starts to envelop you.
Oh God! Oh God! Help!
Kane?
Help!
Kane? I try and run.
Stay here. No. I'll go.
Oh, my
Well,
knee.
he's upstairs.
Yeah.
You try to climb, given that you just shot your foot off and your knee just dislocated. Neither of you are in any position to climb a ladder.
I'll go up. I'll go get him.
Okay, yeah. Go, Grace.
Don't go all the way up.
Go get Kane.
I have to go get him. I go up to the attic.
So you go up to the attic. As you go up into the attic, despite there being no lights, you see everything as it's enveloped in red. Solid red surrounding you. You see him standing, surrounded by nothing, heaving his body, pulling for something that doesn't sit there.
Who's that? Who's that? Who's
Kane,
that?
Kane, it's me.
Gracie!
Take my hand. have to get
there's
you out of here.
There's something on my leg. We need the knives. God.
Knives?
No. Let's just
You
together.
see the knives down and to the right of him in a small box that's open. Do you grab them?
I grabbed them.
Okay. You go to grab the knife. I need either you're going to roll or you will allow me to say what happens next.
Well, you can go ahead.
Okay. You grab the knife. As you grab his hand and you go to pull him the other direction, you hear the sound of as you look and realize why one part of you pulled him, the other side took the knife and sent it straight into his neck.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You
Kane,
place
I'm
your
sorry.
hand up on your neck as you feel the knife enter the cold steel going deep inside your neck as blood is removing itself very quickly from your body and you start to feel yourself getting weak.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Help! Help!
What is going on?
Kane, what's going on? I don't know what to do. Grace, Kane.
You're not in control, Grace. You were never in control.
What do you want? What are you gonna do with all of us?
You start dragging his body. As you dump it down the open hole in the floor, as you see your brother's body slam on the ground, as he's still somewhat conscious, his eyes open, bleeding out on the ground in front of you.
Put your hand on the neck. Grace! Kane!
As you look up, you see Grace looking down towards you as the light lifts up on her face, her eyes glowing red.
Grace! No!
You reach out for your family. They can't hear you. You're trying to get something through to them.
Tommy! Danny! Mom!
Oh my God. Oh my God, Grace, what did you do?
I'm sorry!
What did you do?
I'm sorry!
I push the ladder back up.
Okay. The ladder closes as it goes up and the door shuts as you're up in this attic.
Here, put pressure on. Put pressure on.
What do you two do?
Put pressure on the wound, clear his airway, and use a pin from my pocket just in case I have to give him an emergency tracheotomy.
Okay. So you're just holding him there?
We're taking him into the master bedroom, like dragging him as much as we can.
Yeah.
Okay. As you go towards the master bedroom and you open the door to the master bedroom, you see the all-white space in front of you.
Okay, so not in there.
No.
As you shut the door, where do you go next?
Is there anything laying around?
Where's the nearest first aid kit? I had one in my room. You had one in yours?
The bathroom, maybe?
Okay, the bathroom.
Oh, there's one right to your right.
Right to the bathroom.
You open the door to the bathroom. You see once again the all-white space.
Damn it!
I run over to the other bedrooms and I open all of the doors.
As you open each door, you see nothing but white void surrounding you. And as you go back to your brother and you look down the stairway, you see your father walking up the stairs as his arms are reached out.
Okay, think.
Window, go to the window!
Take off your jacket. Take off your jacket. Tommy, take off your jacket.
What do you want with it?
Take the jacket, I fold it to do pressure around the neck, lightly tie it underneath his armpit and then his neck to provide the pressure, and we head to the window. We head to the window upstairs.
You're already upstairs, so there's a window like on the opposite side of the hallway. You're standing towards the window. The shutters are shut. It's closed. What do you do?
Shoot a shotgun blast into the shutter. But I'm
To
holding
open it up?
pressure.
I got it.
Yeah.
I got it.
To open it up.
I got him.
There's no other way.
Okay.
Do it, please.
You want to roll for
Get us
that?
the fuck out of here.
I think I'm gonna have to because I don't trust you.
Okay. Well, you said I could decide what happens.
We still here.
Oh, okay. All right. So 1-6.
Okay.
My hope went to a 1. Do we have any hope that I could make this a little bit better?
One left. Do we have
Yes, you have 3 hope
one? Oh,
available.
thank
I'm gonna
you.
use one of those for this.
Okay.
Okay, it was a 4, but 1-6.
Okay.
He decides anyway.
Hold on. Okay. You shoot at the window and it does blast a hole. It seems as if on the opposite side it had been wooded and boarded up. So you blast a hole about the size of 18 inches in diameter, showing the outsides. The light streams in and you can now kind of see outside as it's beginning to rain again.
It's raining. Tommy, stick your hand through before the rain gets too heavy and unlatch the window or like knock the board out.
Can I push the boards off? Pushing them off the nails?
So you're going to push them, and you hear the sound of footsteps behind you as you turn and see Grace walking towards the two of you with a knife.
Grace,
How the hell did you get out of the attic so quick?
Grace, what are you doing with that? Please?
Grace.
No.
Grace.
Oh, I keep pushing the board. I want to free one of the boards.
A deep voice comes out of her body.
Join me. Join me, and I'll let you live.
What do you mean? Tell us what you mean. Keep pushing, Tommy.
You can live for an eternity with me in here,
No, thanks.
and you're mine.
No, this house is worn out as welcome for us. Grace, stop. Please, stop. If you're in there, I need you to stop. I don't want to have to shoot you.
All of a sudden, you hear the sound of footsteps coming up the stairs as Mallory runs and jumps in between Grace and the group of you. Whoa, Grace. You're not Grace. I have an offer. Gemma, come here. Come upstairs, Gemma. It's okay. As you see Gemma slowly coming up the stairs, you hear her small feet tracking up as she's slowly moving.
Is everything okay? I heard screaming.
Everything's fine, Gemma. Come on. Let me speak to Grace. Grace, you feel yourself able to kind of come through, but you can't move your body as you're trapped, motionless inside this body. Grace?
Mallory? Mallory, I can't control myself.
I know. I understand.
What do I do?
I'd like to make an offer.
An offer? Of what?
You can survive this, Grace.
How?
There needs to be a sacrifice. Look, your brother's already dying. He's not gonna make it. Take him to the cellar.
Tommy, push the boards.
No, look, stop. If you piss him off, you're all gonna die.
I want to go.
What?
Just-
Kane.
You can
What?
I mean, I didn't hear that, but metagaming.
you can hear this. You're
Okay.
somewhat conscious.
Okay.
You're dying.
Yeah.
Look, if you piss this thing off, none of us, I mean, Gemma included, myself not included, will not make it out of this alive. And just give him Kane.
What? No.
What?
Give him Kane.
We're not giving anyone away.
That's not how family works, Mallory. I assume you know that.
Kane,
Can
I
I-
can't let you
can
do
I
You
that
have
for me.
no idea what I've sacrificed to be here right now. In this moment. What your father sacrificed for this moment. If any of you want to survive, someone has to go.
How about you, mate?
I use the little strength that I have to put myself out and try to grab at Mallory and hold on to him.
Kane!
And
Stop,
I try to grab
Kane.
on him.
He's.
Kane.
I can't.
Oh, BS, dude.
I'm already dead.
What?
Gemma earmuffs. As she sees him, she's kind of looking with her eyes wide. Earmuffs! As she covers ears. 6 years ago, I died. Something wasn't done with me yet. And I had to protect Jim. I didn't understand at the time, but I do now. I'm stuck here until what happens needs to happen. Now, like I said, I wasn't letting you leave, and he won't either. Some of you can get out of here alive if someone else is just willing to do what needs to be done. Your father could have stopped this. He knew what he was supposed to do. He put you in this position by not following through.
Let me go.
Kane, please.
What?
I can't.
Kane, don't do that for me.
I start dragging myself.
Oh God! Oh,
Sliding
help
on
him!
the
Help
ground.
him, Tommy! Help!
Like, help him up.
And I push her because I want to get to the basement.
Okay, we'll take you. We'll take you. We'll take you, Kane. God,
The
stop.
voice starts emitting from Grace's body again.
Deal. We have a deal. Bring me the boy, the brother killer. And I'll let this one go.
And then all of a sudden, Grace, you feel yourself back in control of your body.
I can move again.
You okay?
I'm okay.
God, help me.
Kane, you
Help
can't do
me.
this for me.
What do we do?
I keep.
We'll take
Keep
him.
on
We
going.
have to take him downstairs. He's. I can't hold on to him. We have to take him
Kane,
downstairs.
I'm so sorry.
I help him up. This is good.
So you start moving him down the stairwell. Grace, as you're following behind, you see the damage of what you've done.
Oh God.
I'm so sorry.
Here, I need extra padding. Here.
Get him to the bottom of the stairs. I'm gonna sit him at the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah, rest for a second. The blood pressure from the wound is helping hold it closed, so you're okay for right now. For right now. God, Kane.
Mom, what do we do?
You're both hurt. Let me take him down there.
Grace, that body's no good to me, dead.
Let me take him before he dies, or else it'll be for nothing.
Thank God.
I'm using my strength just to stay alive to try to get there.
You're
As
both
you-
hurt.
Well,
As you make your way to the bottom of the stairwell and you turn that corner, you see that the cellar door is open and a light flickering, streaming out into the hallway.
oh God.
I get in front of Kane to pull his arms towards the basement
I
door.
go with her.
Mallory's standing behind all of you with this hand kind of behind Gemma as she's just kind of peering around Mallory, watching all of this, and he just kind of holds her there.
Okay.
So I'm around Grace now because I want to get there as fast as I can so I don't die because I'm fading. I feel like I'm fading, but I'm holding on to using all my strength to hold on just so I can get there. So I can.
I start dragging him down the stairs
Okay.
and just pulling him.
As you're pulling him down the cellar door, what do you two do? As you see the two of them make their way into the cellar.
I try and follow, holding on to the rail, trying not to stand on my bad knee.
So you're making your way down as well?
Yes, I'm following them.
I'm just holding on to Gracie.
And you?
I'm waiting for Mallory to go down because I don't want him on our backs, and we're all in the cellar. Mallory, after you. We're not going down there without you.
Hey, Gemma? Can you? Go on. He kind of motions to you as Gemma walks over to you with her arms out.
Come here, Gemma. I
As
pick
you
her
kind
up.
of pick her up and you're holding her on your shoulder. Shall we?
Let's go.
So you all start to make your way down to the cellar. As Mallory comes in behind you, he closes the door. And the lights go out.
Hey!
Just... And you start to see this light. This purple light emitting from the other side of the cellar. Where the eyes are. And you see 6 shapes with the cylinder eyes making their way. 2, 4, 6. As they start to pulse, shifting between purple and red. Rolling and spinning. And you hear them whirling up almost as if a marble inside of concrete scraping. As they start spinning faster and faster as the light continues pulsing, moving as you make your way towards it. As you bring him to the floor and start to drag him towards it, the eyes start blinking. not in sync, some sort of pattern, almost as if sending a signal. Something you can recognize that is some form of communication, but nothing you understand.
I'm reaching my hand out to try to touch it. 'Cause
Okay, you touch it, and the world goes white, as you are now fully standing at full health inside the white space. Standing beside you is your father. Okay?
Father?
Sorry it had to be this way.
Well, what happened, and if I can do anything to make sure that Gracie and Tommy and Tandy are okay, then so be it.
Sorry I wasn't there. Ever. Mom.
What happened? And where are you now?
Here.
What's going on? Are they going to be okay? Can I...
The only hope we have. Mallory can do it. It can be done. Whatever he is. Whatever this is beyond us.
So you're saying help, Mallory?
You already have. You did what I couldn't. I was a coward. I couldn't do it. It's my fault.
Listen, Dad.
No, you listen. I had a choice. Years ago. Cola. Could have left. I didn't. And then. When the gate fell. You were conceived. Your brother. It all has something to do with this. It's followed us all our lives. I just wanted out. I couldn't take it. I didn't know what to do. I made a lot of wrong decisions. Mallory offered me a way out. And I thought it would save you all, help. And then when it came down to it, I was a coward. I couldn't do it. And now you're here.
Well, Dad, it sounds like you tried, even though you couldn't. And hey, you at least had me, and you had the girls, and we had life for a bit. So for that, I thank you. And I know I never really told you this, but I loved you. I love you.
And I wish I was here to hear that. No, this isn't real, right?
Well,
It's just
I can hope and wish.
me telling you what you want to hear.
Well, Dad, tell me what I want to hear. I want to hear how I can help my sisters and my mom.
Can't. You're dead.
How can I be like Mallory then? He's dead, and he came back to protect Gemma. So how can I come back to protect them?
No one knows.
Okay, so it's possible. So I'm not going to stop until I find out how. Can you at least point me in the right direction?
He turns and looks around as you're completely enveloped in white. And then that white starts to crumble from the top. It starts slowly flaking as if paint drying up and being pulled off a wall, revealing a blackness behind it as it gets dimmer and dimmer and dimmer around you.
We made a deal.
Yeah. I'm not sure exactly what I bought into, but I followed my end of the bargain. You said that if I gave myself, it would be the only way to save Gracie.
Yeah. I need your body. When your soul leaves it, I will take it.
Answer me one thing. How did Mallory get out? Did this happen to him before?
What do you mean?
Well, he's dead, just like me. And yet he came back.
In that moment, the lights go red all around you. The world becomes red as it begins swirling. You hear nothing, but you're trapped in this space. On the outside, his body has disappeared into the black. As you stand, and then the eyes suck up the black and look, and they're fixated on Mallory. And he knows the jig is up. Whoa. Okay, so there's things that I don't fully understand, but I know what you want. And I know what you think you're getting, but it's gonna work differently. I haven't been honest with you all.
Oh, really?
It's not my place to be. Because if I was honest, he would know. But I needed to get you here.
Are you going to start being honest now?
What is going on?
He plans this thing to take Cain, inhabit his body,
Inhabit his body?
walk the earth as a temporary means to its problem. But, and he says this in a way that's very clear to all, that he's directing it at you and the eyes on the wall. That is temporary. It's a temporary solution. I have a better offer. You're broken. This is Gemma. If Gemma does not go where she needs to be, go to her home, you will never be able to leave. You will continue to plague this earth in pieces. And you will crumble. And the world will die with it. I offer you Cain and Tommy.
What?
And you can use their energy, and I know you can do it, to take Gemma back. I know that these Ronnies are connected to you in some way, that you're connected to their bloodline, and if you use that, take Gemma back, you have a chance at being whole again.
Not happening.
Motherfucker. I
Tommy.
run over and I grab Gemma and I shove her face in the water.
Gemma,
Yeah.
roll for that.
Oh. 1-6.
1-6.
No ones.
Okay. Tell me what you do. I didn't roll a single 6.
I grab Gemma away from Mallory.
Oh, she's in my arms.
Tandy's holding her.
Oh, sorry. All right. I grab Gemma and I grab her by the shoulders and I try not to look her in the face because I care about this kid, but and I shove her down in the water and I hold her face under the water to drown her.
As this happens, Tandy falls over still has a shotgun in her hand.
Okay. Mallory goes to stop you.
No!
So one action is taking her from Tandy. I'm going to need you to succeed again as Mallory, or does somebody, like, she's currently drowning Gemma. Mallory immediately starts to run towards you. As this happens, Mallory's form starts to change as he kind of becomes translucent and starts hovering over you. Almost within an instant, his ghost-like form starts to appear as he starts to hover over you.
That's not part of the deal!
No!
Neither was taking Tommy, and I
So-
stepped between them.
So you step between them. I'm going to need you to roll.
Okay. One 6.
Okay. And no ones?
No one's.
No ones.
Okay. What happens?
Oh man.
So I stepped between Mallory's ghost being, and I tried to take Tommy to bring Gemma with us upstairs to take her away.
So you're trying to take Tommy and pull her off of Gemma.
Yes,
And
but to
get
bring Gemma with us away from Mallory, to have her as our like little hostage.
As Grace pulls me up, I'm still holding on to Gemma, so Gemma comes out of the water.
And comes up
Yeah.
out of the water, and you two, you're trying to drag her up.
Yeah, we have to get away.
As you get to the stairwell that leads up and out of the cellar, the stairs disappear in front of you as the whole shape of the basement starts to shift and morph around you as all the chairs that were stacked start dropping in the water with force sucking down into the water as the splashes are moving around, and you start to see this movement in the water. Something is in there with you.
I grab Gemma, since she's just being dragged around with a rag doll. I grab her. I still have the shotgun in my hand. I pose the shotgun towards Gemma, straight at Mallory. And Tandy says, "It's time for a new deal. My family and Gemma, we're getting out of here right now."
And the form shifts down into Mallory as he quickly walks towards you. And how do you suppose that's going to happen?
You're going to make it happen. You care about Gemma. That is the only thing that you care
I
about.
care about saving the world.
Gemma's
I
not
care
real.
about fixing all of this. You don't understand
Which
what
means
you're
that
fucking with.
you care about Gemma, and that's what I understand. And you want her to get out of this house, yes? You want her to go on to some other great purpose, yes? Well, my family and me matter to me.
If
And I will make
Gemma
Gemma matter to me,
does
but you
not
get us out of
go
here.
where she needs to go.
I'll make sure that she goes where she needs to go, as long as my family gets out of here with me.
She's not real. She's not real. He's not real.
Gemma needs to go to 1972. How the fuck do you plan on getting her there?
How the fuck do you plan on getting there?
With that.
With what?
It.
The wall? The orbs? The voice?
Yes.
What's in 1972?
Gemma's future.
And then how did she get here?
6 years ago, I died. It was 2017.
That's impossible.
Yeah, I'm also dead, and that... What the fuck's impossible? We have to close the loop.
I don't know what that means.
It means if we don't, this thing will stay broken forever.
What happens when it's fixed?
You're trying to make yourself out as some great savior. But ever since you showed up, everything's gone wrong, Mallory.
I'm not a savior.
He's not even human. Not anymore.
For some reason, I'm still here. I don't know why.
You're like some sort of bad luck zombie.
Look, I don't honestly know. I know that we need to close. I know that every sign is pointed towards it. And I do know that this thing being fractured is driving the world mad.
Unless Gemma goes back to 1972.
At least it's a shot. If this thing takes Kane's body, if it takes anyone's body and leaves this wall, it's forming its own independence, its own entity away from itself. We can't let that happen. It will never leave. It can't leave. But maybe, just maybe, and maybe is enough for me to risk everything, but maybe if we can close the loop and it can heal, it will leave. It doesn't belong here. For centuries, it's been trapped here. Some call it God, some call it ghosts, some call it whatever creepy thing that goes bump in the night. It's all of them. Entire civilizations have been built around praying to this fucking thing. And it's getting stronger. Each part on its own. We can't let that happen. It needs to leave. We need to get it off this fucking planet.
How?
God. Tommy, Grace, come here. Come over here.
What?
I can't think of a way out of this. The only thing I can think of is trying to take Gemma back to where, this zombie bastard is talking about. But that doesn't mean the two of you have to go. I would need for you to find Kane and get him back. I don't know what else to do. I can't think of anything else to do.
I don't know.
If it already has Kane, why does it need Tommy too? Why do you need more than that?
I'm trying to at least save a couple of you. It'll take all of you if it could. You have to sweeten the deal.
Oh, so you offered a bonus from my family when it was just trying to get a regular deal. You thought, oh, hey, buy one, get one then, because it doesn't have to do with yours. Look at you squirm. You know I'm right. So what happens if Gemma dies? Your loop will never close. This thing will infect the earth.
It already is. The loop's been fractured since then. I was never supposed to walk out of 2017.
So everything would have been better if you had just died in the first place.
I did.
And stayed dead.
Somehow, some way. I walked out of there. I don't know how.
Help me get what's left of my family out of here, and I'll make sure that Gemma goes to wherever it is that she needs to go. 1972, Disneyland, wherever.
It won't let you all leave. It just won't.
It already took Kane.
And it can't open the portal without something. This thing, it feeds off of us. It's nearly useless just without it. But we enter the picture. Our blood, our souls.
So it needs Wally's bloodline to open?
Yeah. He knew that. And he gave up. And that's why you're all here today. We were supposed to do it 2 months ago. but he left.
So no matter what, you need one more.
We can try.
Take me.
No, Grace.
What?
I don't
No.
trust myself anymore.
No,
Even
wasn't-
before that stupid fog got in me, I couldn't control what I was doing anymore.
That wasn't
house.
you. And Kane would never blame you.
Kane is dead because of me.
We don't know that. He's just not here right now.
As Grace is saying that, she's lifting the knife in her hand that you didn't know she was still holding. And the knife's getting closer and closer to her own throat as she's talking.
Grace.
I run over and grab the knife out of her hand.
Oh, you tried to. Roll for that.
No sixes, no ones.
Oh, Lord.
Ooh, no.
As you run over to Grace and you go to grab the knife,
No!
she reaches one hand out as the other sticks the knife in your gut.
Oh,
And Grace, you
Tommy!
whisper how sorry you are as it's happening.
I'm so sorry. I'm so
God,
sorry.
no.
Grace!
I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No. Tommy.
I'm
I hold
sorry.
Tommy.
I'm sorry.
Tommy, no, baby, no.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I put pressure
Stepping
on
out of the blackness is Kane, but not the Kane you knew. He's walking upright, no injury on his body.
Kane, help us. Tommy's been.
Am I myself or am I?
No,
Is the knife still inside my body?
I walk
No.
towards Tommy and I pick her up and I start taking her towards the spears.
Mom!
and you kind of
Kane?
stop at the edge and hold for a moment as a light goes out and the world gets a little bit darker. We have one truth moving forward, and I will have to modify it a little bit. I'm going to save it. It will come up in this chapter, but I will not say it right now. I would like to say, if you would like to support the show, please head to tincandles.straylogic.com. You can send us truths. You can also take over as the GM. And, yeah, keep the show alive, keep us moving week to week. So,
Give us discoveries so we can have something to fight with.
yeah. And we now begin chapter number 9. Standing in front of the eyes in the blackness, you start to feel this cold ushering into your body, Tommy. As Kane assures you everything will be fine.
Everything's gonna be fine.
Tommy!
I reach into my back pocket and I pull out my pocket knife and I stab one of the eyes.
You try to. As it hits, the knife breaks. As it's solid.
I grab that hand and I make it touch the sphere.
As you touch, you both go to the all-white room.
Slap.
So I'm not even myself now. At this
Now
point.
in the white room you are.
Okay. Tommy, that was not me.
I've been stabbed.
Shit. Tommy.
As the wound starts to close up, and you start to feel the pain leaving your body.
Yeah, that happened to my neck as soon as I got in here too.
What the fuck?
Yeah. It's taken me, and I think it's taken us
Let
now.
me out! Let me out!
That didn't work. I already tried that. I tried a bunch of things. It has us now.
What do we do? How do we
I'm just
save them?
I know.
What do we do?
I don't know right now, but I have not let go of my fire to protect Gracie and Tandy now. I'm
The dead one. The one I cannot touch.
no.
You made me a new offer. I'm thinking about accepting the term.
What with they?
taking us.
I will use you. I will devour your soul. And I will close the loop. Or, maybe, I just take the rest of your family as well.
No, you let them
You
go.
will not.
We'll do whatever we need.
I will willingly, whatever you need from me, I will do that. If you can leave Gracie and Tandy alone.
And the baby.
Otherwise, I'm going to resist any way I can.
We will fight
And
you.
it seems like you kind of need us to be somewhat willing. You keep on asking for something from us. You can't just take it. I'm saying I will willingly go with anything you say.
And you?
If you let Grace, Tandy, and the baby go and you don't fucking ever touch them and you leave, I'll go with you.
Back in the cellar, Grace, you stand with the knife in your hand, still covered in blood, as your brother and sister have walked into the black mist and disappeared in front of the eyes.
Grace. Drop.
I'm sorry.
Just. Can you give me that knife?
I drop it.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I
I'm sorry.
Get it away from her, like slide it across the water floor.
In front of the wall, a light starts to emit, and it begins pulsing. It's a blue light, almost like energy itself, as it begins to pulse. And this sound, this high-pitched squeal, almost as if the pressure in the room was removing itself, starts to open. Mallory stands at the edge of the gate.
Grace.
You've accepted the terms of the deal. Thank you. Mallory looks up, and he looks down at his hands as they start to fade away. He looks at his other hand. Gemma reaching out, trying to grab him.
Dad, no! No, Dad, no!
I grab Gemma.
As he smiles, bye, baby. And his body just fades away to nothing. As Gemma's in your hands, just crying and screaming and trying to claw.
Okay, Gemma. Okay. I know. Quiet, baby, quiet. Oh, God.
He said that it accepted the deal. What does that mean? What would happen now to Kane and Tommy?
That means that whatever that thing is just took Kane and Tommy. It means that Gemma has to go. I'm gonna take Gemma with me through wherever this goes, and you're going to stay here.
No, you can't go in there.
You're going to stay here because I'm going to save as much of my family as I can, and you might be all that's left right
What
now.
about the baby? Let me take Gemma. You can go
No.
with the baby.
No. Because if anything, I'm a doctor. So if anything happens, I'm the best suited for this. And you would still have to get out of this house and away from this place. And hopefully everything will be normal once we just give this thing what it wants.
Tandy, please don't leave me here alone.
I need for you to be strong.
I don't want to
Grace.
be left here alone.
I need for you to be strong. I need for you to get out of this cellar and get out of this house and go towards Briar's camp. Go there because there have to be supplies. There has to be a second way out of here. And I need for you to be strong for all of us and do that. And you can bring back help just in case Kane or Tommy somehow make it back. But I need for you to go.
Okay.
I need for you to go.
But I'm not gonna leave here I'm gonna come back. And I'm gonna try and get you all back.
As long as you go, that'd be fine. That'd be okay.
Mom, I'm sorry.
It's fine. None of us were ourselves. And don't you let that sit on you, okay? Don't let that sit on you because Kane wouldn't blame you, and neither would Tommy. So you don't get to blame you, okay?
I'm gonna come back for you all.
Just as long as you go right now.
Okay. Okay.
So you are doing what? You're gonna walk through?
I'm gonna walk through the portal. Are the stairs still disappeared for her to not be able to get out of the cellar?
For the moment. You do hear, though, muffled, almost as if coming from a space outside your mind, knocking. It's muffled as if coming from upstairs in the outside door.
Grace, just go towards the cellar door.
Who is that? What?
Just go towards the cellar door.
I go to open the cellar door.
I head towards the portal.
Okay. You get to the edge of the portal, and you see on the other side this house. But it's new, as if just built. Clean, freshly finished basement. Can you roll for me?
With your 2 die.
3 die.
Oh, thank goodness.
1 6.
Okay. You walk through the portal as you see her enter the other side, as you're standing underneath the cellar door trying to open it. As the portal begins to close, you see her holding Gemma as Gemma turns to look at you, and it closes. And in that moment, you're in the cellar. The chairs are stacked. You see no eyes on the wall, and you're standing at the top of the stairwell.
I open the door.
You open the door, you see that the front door is open. And you hear the sound of footsteps over in the kitchen as you hear a gasp. What do you do?
I come out from the cellar and go into the kitchen.
As you run and you turn in the kitchen, you see a police officer, gun drawn, looking at the dead body on the kitchen floor. Turns, hands in the air.
I don't have any weapons. You need to help me.
You're covered in blood, and you have a knife in your left hand. Drop to the ground. Now.
Okay, okay.
Hands behind your head.
Okay.
On the floor.
Okay. I need you to help me. I need you to go into the basement.
On the ground.
Okay, okay. I need you to go into the basement. There's more of us down there.
I'm gonna need backup. The crazy blind man wasn't kidding.
Briar?
You're gonna stay still, right?
I'm gonna stay still. Just please go down there quickly. They need help.
Police officer moves behind you, handcuffs you. Stay right there.
Okay. Please hurry.
If I hear any movement at all.
You need to hurry.
Where are they?
They're in the basement. The cellar door is right over in the other room.
You hear the sound of the footsteps leaving as the cellar door cracks open. We're going to cut really quick to 19. What did I say? 72, 75?
72.
75
right?
should be
Oh.
at the...
As you're in the basement of this house, You hear the sound of movement upstairs. Talking, chatter. You look behind you. You see no eyes on the wall. The basement's clean.
All right, Gemma. Looks like we've arrived. Let's go upstairs, honey.
As you go upstairs and you open the door, you see two men standing at the doorway who immediately look at you in shock. Hello?
Hello.
And who might you be?
Dr. Tandy Baines Ronnie.
And what are you doing in my basement?
Who are you?
I'm Dr. Wallace Ronnie,
Wally?
senior, right?
Oh. Of course.
Do you know my son?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I will. I will know him.
And can you mind answering me what you were doing in my basement, miss? And who is this child that you have with you?
This is Gemma. She's very special. Very special. And I am a doctor. Her guardian.
And you're in my basement.
It's very important that she is here now for what you are about to do.
What I'm about to do.
Don't play with me. What you are about to do. Why the Ronnie family home is built here. Why it's built away from everything else. Why it's handmade. Why it's such a secret. Because of all of that, don't play with me right now. Why else? Think about what you are about to do, and then imagine why some strange woman who knows your son would appear in your basement with a child that is special.
The other man standing next to him, eyes go wide as he kind of pushes Dr. Wally off to the side, walks forward. Of course, it's true. It's all true. I'm Shiloh Anah. Nice to meet you.
Dr. Tandy Baines Ronnie. Hello.
Praise be with you.
Okay, I don't know about that, but sure.
No, this is... It's all real. It's all true. The prophecies are true. We must get you out of here. Yes, you were brought to us. We will protect you.
Yes, I was brought here. There wasn't any other way. Myself and Gemma.
It is the way it is meant to be. For it demands it.
And what it demands must happen. Let's all be rent asunder.
What do you know? Can you tell us more about our divine God?
You call it a god. Wow. Oh. I guess in a way.
Was it not his power that sent you here?
Yeah, a deal was struck. So yes, in a way, your God had its hand in us being, all of us, the three of us being here now. Your God.
I must... Wallace, you can tend to this. I must get back. I must get back. There's much to do. There's much to do. as he turns and exits and hops in his old car and drives away, as Dr. Wallace Ronnie is left with you. And then you hear this sound upstairs. Dad! Dad, who's down there? Someone that says they know you, son. You hear these footsteps running down the stairs as a small boy comes running down. I don't know you. Hi, I'm Wally, Jr.
Hi, Wally.
And who's this?
This is Gemma, and I'm Tandy. Wally.
Hi, Gemma. Hi, Tandy. Dad, can I go play in the pond? Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna talk to our new friend, okay?
The pond's safe? Yes, I mean,
Of course
when
it's safe.
it was so disgusting when I saw it before. He'll be okay. Yes? Of course he will. Of course he will, because I meet him. So of course he'll be fine.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's really nice to meet you, Wally Jr.
Bye. As he awkwardly runs out towards the back. So I'm guessing you've been through a lot to get here.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. God. So much. And I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I want to do the right thing. I want to do the thing that will fix all of this and close the loop, and I just want it to be right.
The loop.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Can you roll for me?
Oh, wow. 2 sixes.
Okay. He puts his arm around you and moves you towards the kitchen. As you start moving into the house, it just doesn't feel right. As you ask if there's a way you could move out.
Yeah, I need to get out of this house. Right now this has to happen. I can't be in this house right this second. Start walking towards the closest door.
So it's just the front door. As you make your way out, like, just wait.
No.
Here, no.
No.
He pulls out his wallet
No.
and he hands you all the money he has. Just, I don't know what happened. But you need to seek medical attention, and you need to just, I can't go with you. I need to stay here and watch over my son. Take this money. Take my car. Just go.
Come on, Gemma. Take her by the hand. I take the money and the keys. Watch over Wally Jr. And he wrote a note to me, and he said to stay away from certain places. Stay away from Kolob, Milton, Price Place, the base, Mount Nebo, Salt Lake, any place the devil calls home.
The devil.
Yeah.
And what Can you roll, please?
1-6.
We have so
he
much
wants
better
you to
luck
lose.
with 3 dice.
No, I'm just trying to figure out how you're gonna. Okay. So it's up to you in this moment
Wow.
whether or not you will answer his questions.
But
Whether
So-
or not he will answer my
No,
question.
whether or not you'll answer his question.
Okay.
The devil in these places. Stay away.
Because the devil takes, and it keeps taking. To stay away.
When you say my son,
Your son, my future husband. Hey, tell you what, you don't believe me? Invest in IKEA and Tesla.
wait, my son.
I turn to leave.
What do you mean he left me a note? You a note or me? What's this note?
He left me a note that my stepchild, his daughter, ended up giving to me in a haunted house of horrors that is this house. And honestly, I'm about to get real froggy on you, so you need to just let me go.
I need you to roll again.
Yikes.
2 ones.
Do we have any hope?
I think we have.
Pretty sure you do.
I think we have 2 at least.
Yeah, you have 2 hope.
Use it.
I'm using both of them. Oh, 1-6.
Oh my God.
1-6 and
Wow.
1-1.
got
Again, you have no. So you're down to 1d6 now. And again. This is all up to you. You're in control.
I'm heading towards the
But
door.
I will now reveal what the truth was before. You see around you, in front of you, multiple gas cans filled with gasoline sitting next to an old lawnmower that's not moving.
You're gonna try to burn it down, aren't you? You realize what you did, and you're going to try to burn it down.
No, no,
No?
no,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. It's not gonna work.
You're saying I should burn it down? Everything, this is our life. This is what we...
The one thing that I do know that if you burn it, that stops it for a while. Maybe buy you some time. Maybe buy Wally Jr. some time. Burn it. Burn it and leave. Don't come back. Because the devil takes. And this is one of the places that it takes from. We're leaving. That's it for you.
As you start to walk away, you see him or hear him call for Wally Jr. As you watch him run over to the gas cans and grab them as you're getting in the car and backing out of the driveway with Gemma, and you watch him run inside and start dousing the house with gasoline as you pull off and drive away.
Be safe, Wally. Be happy.
Where are we going?
Oh, well, amongst many things, the Banes tend to be very hospitable. I don't know how I'm going to explain this to my great grandmother and my grandmother, but we're gonna head south and we're gonna try the Baines homestead. Gemma, we'll just play it by ear from there, okay?
Okay.
And as you start to drive, you feel a kick as you put your hand on your stomach. We go back to the future. As you hear the sound of the police officer moving around downstairs, coughing loudly. Fuck! Shit! Fuck! 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 And you hear the sound of the sirens coming in outside. As they're coming out, and you hear them running up. And one of them runs inside and immediately has the gun drawn and on you. Yeah, we're gonna need a full team down here. This is a mess. Oh, fuck. No weak stomachs downstairs.
What did he find downstairs? What's downstairs?
You see this individual coming towards you, the one who had handcuffed you. Comes up directly towards you. You're fucking sick.
Well, what did you find down there?
What the fuck's wrong with you?
Are my brother and sister okay?
I need you to roll.
One die.
Oh no. It's a 1.
Oh, do you have Brink?
She
You
used
have
the
Oh, I
brink.
do have my brink.
Yeah.
Yes, you
I'm gonna
do.
re-roll the 1 die. It's a 4.
Oh, wow.
Your brink is gone. As madness completely sets in, this cop reaches back with the butt of his gun, hits you on the side of the head as you fall to the ground. And the other cop that was holding the gun on you grabs him and throws him to the side. Get the fuck out of here. Out! Out! This kind of picks you back up, stands you up, and leans in. Before we move forward, another light goes out. As we begin chapter 10. The police officer leans down. You see on his name tag the name Abel. As he reaches in. What's your name?
Grace Ronnie.
Grace? I need you to tell me what happened.
It's kind of complicated, but this house isn't just a normal house.
Grace. How many people did you kill?
Who was in the basement?
How many people did you kill, Grace?
I don't remember. I don't know. I didn't kill anyone. Who was in the basement?
Yeah, can you bring him in? You see, coming from outside, through the window, crossing across the kitchen, moving towards the front door, Briar.
What?
As he's being led in by the police officers. As he comes inside. I can smell her. She's in here. Don't let her get close to me.
Briar, you're alive?
Get that crazy bitch away from me and don't let her close to me.
Briar, what are you talking about?
You tried to kill me, you crazy bitch.
You know that that's not true. You know that none of this was... What are you talking about?
You tried to kill me. I ran through the woods. I got as far away from you as I could. You're crazy. You're absolutely crazy.
Briar, that's not true. You took the car and you drove into the trees and
Oh, stop. He's blind. He didn't drive anywhere. We found him.
Take off his sunglasses. See what's underneath them.
Abel reaches up, takes off his sunglasses, and you see 2 eyes scarred. He's blind.
That can't be. This house
This
takes
man-
eyes.
Said that you tried to kill him.
It was the house. It was the house. The house kept trying to kill all of us.
Said that you kept calling him Gemma,
Gemma.
coming after him. Said that you had family here that you had tied up in the basement.
That's not true. My family was in this house with me, and the house was trying to kill all of us. And it took them. It took my sister and my brother and my mom.
Another individual walks up towards him, whispers into his ear. Okay. Yeah. Where's your mother's body?
Her body. She walked into the portal. She's gone.
Portal.
I told you that it's complicated. This house isn't a normal house.
Your brother and your sister are cut to pieces in your basement.
That can't be real.
And your mother's DNA is all over the floorboard of the living room. Now I need you to tell me where you put her body, or if she's still alive.
I don't know. This isn't what happened. There was a portal and there were eyes in the wall, and it was taking us. It kept taking everyone.
So you're gonna go for the insanity route, huh?
I think it might have taken me too.
Alright, well, we're gonna do a scan of this entire area. Go ahead and bring in the team, finish up in this kitchen. And who is this?
It was a mover. He came to move our stuff into the house.
So as he gets up and he goes to talk to some of the other police officers, leaving you there cuffed next to the dead body, you see them in the front scanning the area. They have these machines that are moving back and forth, these drone type objects that are scanning every inch of the house, moving around up into the top of the house. You also feel in your back pocket some razors and a hairpin. Up to you.
I try and take the handcuffs off myself.
Okay. Now, you're gonna have to roll for that.
It's a 6.
Wow.
Sweet.
What do you do?
I take the handcuffs off, and I run to Mallory's house.
As you exit the back door, you hear one of the police officers, "She got out!" As you hear them moving, and you exit the back door, there is no guest house. And you're standing at the back door. You hear them moving, running quickly across the back. You hear someone else running off on the opposite side of the house.
Run, girl.
I run to try and find a car that I can take.
So you're gonna move, like you run the opposite direction around
yeah,
the opposite
around
house.
the other
As you're
side.
going through, you see 2 of the police officers with their drone machines on the outside, staring up at you as someone else busts out the back. Get her! She's getting away! As you turn the corner, you see 2 more police officers standing with Briar, who they had taken back outside. As he lifts his head up, and he turns with his dead eyes directly in your direction. I need you to roll.
Oh my god. Might as well keep this. It's a 6.
I wanted you to go in the
Whoa.
basement. Go in the basement.
I don't want to see
Now
my
there's nothing
chopped up
down
siblings.
there. Oh no.
I mean,
And I rolled no 6s. Tell me what you do.
because where are you going to go?
I run for an empty car
So you run towards one of the police officers'
to
cars.
steal it.
Okay, but you know in this year that they all have DNA, like fingerprint
Go to
I did not
activations.
know that.
Go to the basement.
On the
Is-
police officers' cars, even just getting in through the handle, there's a thumbprint code on the door lock.
basement.
Go to
basement.
grab
Okay.
it. There is a
Tandy's
car.
still here.
Yes,
Oh.
in the garage.
Okay. I run to go into the garage from the side door.
So you're kind of moving and dodging out of the way as these police officers are going to coming after you. One of them shoots towards you, missing, hitting the side of the house. As you jump into the garage, you see the Tesla sitting inside, and you jump into the front seat. The garage door is closed. You're gonna have to roll again.
Oh, it's a 1.
You have one hope available.
Okay, I'm gonna re-roll that. It's a
Mm.
5.
You
Oh,
bust
I have a
through.
brink.
That's not.
No,
You bust
I'm
through
in the
the
past.
garage door with the Tesla and immediately start heading out down towards the road as if you're going to get away as the police SUV hits the side of your car, smashing into it, pushing off to the side as your head hits the glass on the window and you're starting to go fuzzy as you look out and the police officers surround the car and you reach into your back pocket and you pull out the razor blade. You look at all of them and you look out to the front of the house and you see 2 bodies being carried with a sheet over the top of them out of the basement, out through the front. And we fade to black. And that is the end.
Wow. Sorry.
It's okay.
Oh,
You did your best.
Crazy.
yeah. You got some good rolls in there.
Yeah,
I thought
my
maybe I might get
gosh.
away.
You got really close.
That was
Start
crazy.
a new life in the woods.
That was nuts.
So, let's debrief, I guess. We've got some time to answer questions, talk to the chat,
Sure.
debrief from this episode a little
can
bit.
Can I check on
Yikes.
mine?
Yeah, sure.
Oh.
Thank you guys so much. Wait, what? Anyway. Thank you all so much for
Thanks.
watching
Woo.
Volume 3,
Yes.
The House. If you're interested, Volume 1 in its entirety is up on our YouTube. Volume 2, Episode 1 is up, and
Right.
Episode 2 will go up on Thursday. If you subscribe to Hyper RPG, you would get access to these immediately afterwards. If you missed them, if you wanted to go back and watch
Lol.
Episode 1 and Episode 2 of Volume 3, you could go back and you could watch them right now. And we would appreciate your subscription and supporting the channel if you like the show and what we got going on here. So for those that don't know, this is an improv RPG. The dice
Thanks.
make up
Demon.
a lot of the decisions. You
Yeah.
guys contributing to the channel and helping us get through all these things also help us build these stories. Now,
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks, Muddy.
there will be 10 volumes of 10 Candles. You are starting to see now, of course, that there is a link that's pulling all these stories together.
Yeah.
I will go ahead and tell you that our next volume will be a creature feature.
Oh, okay.
So
like a monster movie.
like a monster kind of thing. And, you know, you'll get to keep unraveling the mystery
Hey, mister.
of all the stuff that's going down. So let's
That's
get
what
to
that
questions
looks
from the chat and just kind of talk a little bit and
Yeah.
talk about this
Questions.
volume.
Some questions were, did Grace die? And I guess it's kind of just like
Kind of
it-
open-ended.
Yeah, like
This time we're going to leave it open-ended, given that she rolled so well. But that being said, I want to make it very clear. Grace killed her family.
Oh, okay. Okay. So then, if she killed the family, So there, I mean,
So
She
were there,
bit-
there
she
was
bit
no Gemma?
killed her
I mean, you know
family.
that Grace stabbed you in the neck. You know that
Yeah.
Grace
Yeah.
stabbed.
I did do those things.
Yeah, and she stabbed Tommy.
but then what happened with the? I mean, how? Okay.
These
so
were the eyes. It could inflict nothing upon you. It was all mind games. Everything you did in the physical world was fairly normal.
So how real was?
Everything you saw wasn't real,
Okay.
except the portal opening, Tandy and Gemma going back.
So our injuries weren't real either?
Oh, your injuries were real.
They were
Ah.
worse.
It's just all illusions. These were the eyes,
Well, this is live.
and the eyes were
I think,
affecting your reality, basically,
That's delayed.
and the reality that you knew, and the
At
world
least
around
Tandy
you.
got out.
Tandy did get out.
And the demon baby.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, for those that don't, that are questioning, Gemma
baby.
was your mother in Volume 1.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Gemma goes on to have you and raise you in Volume 1.
I just tried to drown my mother.
Yeah.
You did.
That was, I was really hoping that would help, and it didn't. We just had to move real fast from it because it was
Yeah.
like, okay, that wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mallory's
drown the
gone.
5-year-old.
I know somebody in the chat's like, what about Mallory's gone? Mallory
He just
fulfilled.
He let go.
disappeared.
He
he,
fulfilled
like-
what he had to do.
Right.
This is a great question. Did Tandy affect the future?
If you would have lost that dice roll, and I'm not kidding you,
Yeah.
if you would have lost that dice roll, the world and your future would have burned,
Ooh.
and it would have changed everything.
Mm.
Because you revealed to him everything that was going to happen, so the course of the future wouldn't have gone the way it was supposed to go, and everything would have changed. But you won the
Yikes.
dice roll,
Yikes.
so I guess he just forgets.
We had the
And
best
I will
rolls for having the
see.
fewest
Yeah.
number of dice.
Oh
Yeah.
man, we had some. Yeah.
lucky
Man,
with
that
that.
was crazy.
Can I just say, in 2 volumes, the town and the house, I didn't put out 1 candle. Just saying.
You totally did.
No, I didn't.
You
I
said,
put,
no,
I didn't,
you totally
I didn't
did
put
for
out
this
1
one.
candle. No,
For this one, you totally
I didn't.
did.
I didn't put out 1 candle
Like
in,
last
in 2
episode.
volumes. And
Last
in,
episode.
And in the town, I probably rolled the most. Just saying, because I had the reputation
For
for the worst
real?
roller. No, I didn't put out 1 candle in 2
I know
volumes.
I put out like my
in
fair
6
share.
episodes. So, just saying.
I definitely put out some.
You're still dead, Mike. You're still dead.
So, Shelby, this was your first RPG experience.
Yes.
Whoa, first
first one.
RPG
Nice.
experience.
Yeah.
Nice. How was
so,
it? How
yeah,
was it, Shelby?
tell everybody what this was like for you.
Yeah.
Damn
Sweating
right,
a
I'm
lot?
bragging.
Yeah.
Go on.
I was so nervous that when I had my arms up, I was like, I hope I don't have pit stains. But it was fun. Like, I've done improv comedy before, but I never got to do it where it was serious. I got to be in the character. You couldn't break. I mean, I broke character a couple times, but
Did great.
some lines were really good. But it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I like the horror.
Yeah, what do you think about the system?
I like it with the dice rolling. It adds a lot of like tense,
Yeah.
having to get 6s, and I rolled awful until the last few.
So would you consider yourself a tabletop gamer now?
Oh, absolutely. I want to try D&D now.
I do too, because I haven't done it. I'd love to do
so
D&D.
much
The show that's
fun.
on right after this one is
Oh,
our
so
D&D
good.
show.
Yeah.
Hey, Shelby.
And if you want an introduction to D&D, that's the best show because it's with puppets. So
Shelby, someone
Yeah.
in chat says, in caps, Shelby didn't swear. So can you swear? Or do you swear? Can you
I
say,
do not swear.
Oh, so you wouldn't even say shit?
hey, don't
I am
have to.
family friendly.
How about
we
Love
are
that, that's
we are
great.
not. She is
Yeah.
No,
not.
I know you
How about
aren't.
bitch?
I used to be
No.
like
How about
that.
how about bastard?
And then
You
Zach,
can stop. Just cut it
Zach
out.
set me free.
I was family friendly until this particular volume.
Yeah.
It was
Everything
necessary for
else.
this one.
This
Actually,
channel.
the first volume I swore the most, and then I like gradually. You gave me the deputy, and then I was like from the south, and oh no, not from was he? And I was like, wasn't swearing.
This
but
show I've sworn. I don't usually swear very much. This show I swear a lot. I'm hyper. I swear a lot. It's not my norm. My mother would be very disappointed in me.
It
Yeah,
fit your
this
character.
this show's
Yeah.
definitely a little bit more mature than a lot of stuff on the channel, and in a lot of ways, this entire show has been a big experiment. Most of our shows are really silly and really over the top, and this has been fun for us to experiment with going really dark, really serious, experimenting with the sound design, and
Love the sound and the lights, by the way.
The lights are
so cool.
fantastic. Yeah.
it's just really fun.
Yeah.
Mattville20 asks, is Gemma real? Yes. Gemma is Jan Baker's mother. If you remember Jan Baker from Volume 1, at the end of Volume 1, we meet Gemma when she's born. And they carry Gemma around
Man.
and then ends up with Mallory at the end. And one of the little clues at the end of Volume 1, when they come out of the woods for the last time, the truck of the 2 individuals that were looking for you in the cave had been old and rusted. Time had passed. So that's when he made his jump into the future.
Right.
It was at
and
the
that's
end of
why
Volume
she
1.
had to go back.
Yes.
I get it.
Yeah, I like that she's alive, and we're gonna
Because if
hopefully get
Jim,
more mileage out
right,
of her.
if Gemma did not go back, Jan would have never been born, and what happened at the end of Volume 1 that needed to happen would not have happened because at the end of Volume 1, have I mentioned
This is
yet?
what happens when you like get into time travel, like all these
I know,
paradoxes.
I was
and
I'm
then-
just trying to like I know what all of it adds up to be, but I'm trying to remember what I've said and what I haven't said, so I don't reveal that I haven't said yet.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to
Nice.
say what it was in Volume 1 unless we are
Oh,
supposed
that's
to
a good
know.
question.
What you got?
They were saying what's been your favorite volume thus far? For
Each one I like
Yeah.
more. You know, I think these last 2 episodes especially. I
Mhm.
really like the town too, though, because I'm just
Me
a
too.
huge David
Yeah.
Lynch fan. But I would say this was I think more intense, whereas the last one was more suspenseful. And more like a slow burn of a slow build of creepiness, you know, which is fun though. It's fun. I like I like that kind of stuff a lot.
Question:
Yeah.
What?
How about y'all though?
Oh,
They weren't just asking Zach; they were asking all
Oh
of us.
yeah, I like the town. I think that was. I mean, if I had to choose a favorite, I would say the town, just because. I don't know, like the.
This
I-
was horror. That was mystery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say, yeah,
Different.
they're different genres.
My favorite's
Yeah.
probably the house.
Okay.
Have you seen the others? No, I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
she
I'm kidding. Yeah, kidding.
I honestly liked all of them. I've liked something about every single story we've told here.
Yeah,
I
it was
couldn't
a lot
pick a
of
favorite.
fun.
Mike sucks, by the way. Thanks.
I did see a question asking. I did see a question saying, you know, what inspired this volume. I've been reading this book called Kill Creek, which is like a.
Is it a comic book or a book?
It's a book.
Ew.
Comic books I've been.
One of them word ones.
Comic books I've been reading. I read Ghosted to get ready for this one. Yeah, Ghosted. I watched all the Amityville horror movies,
Why are you
all
looking
of pretty much all the stuff like that's come out in the last 5 years.
Mm.
Right.
It Follows, all that stuff, just to kind of like.
so good. It
Oh.
follows. Oh,
That's one of those ideas that's just so good. It's like, oh man.
yeah.
What would happen if Grace went with Tandy? Was a question that keeps coming up.
Ooh.
If Grace went with Tandy
Through the portal.
Oh.
Yeah.
through the portal?
Yeah.
Oh,
There's no way Tandy would have let her go.
Yeah, she probably wouldn't.
What if she
have,
just
but-
ran? Just went,
She
I was
could've-
considering pushing
Yeah.
Tandy out of the way and taking Gemma myself because
Right.
I didn't know it was going to be on the
so
other
what
side.
would have happened? Well, we don't know.
Who knows?
Yeah.
The
I
dice.
don't think he would have let me do that.
I know you'd
yeah.
be surprised. The dice make a lot of decisions for sure.
Yeah.
The dice make things happen that are just like, oh, well, okay, we're rolling with it. We're gonna move forward.
Kind of like
Um,
me telling the past, the future stuff. I wonder if he does invest in IKEA.
Right.
Let's
Invested
see.
in Apple.
And what else did I
Sure,
read?
I know you
probably
didn't really
should've said
mean that.
Microsoft first.
I know you didn't really mean that.
Oh, I also read Joshua Williamson's other book prepping for this one, Nail Biter, which
Sounds like a relaxing read.
yeah. Right, I'm reading Outcast right
didn't,
now,
Uba.
which I love. I love
didn't.
Outcast.
Outcast is
I
fantastic.
So
didn't see
good.
that.
I
So
very
good.
much enjoy
Sorry.
that.
Yeah, it's really good. Let's see, you guys. Do you have any more questions? Will Jane Baker's spirit come back any other volume to try and break the loop? I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
And
That's
thank
the
you.
thing, like-
I feel like I did have awesome
I want to
mom
see
power.
adult
Thank
Gemma.
you.
I want to see adult Gemma. Like,
Don't
But-
don't
like-
go ask for things
Ooh.
like that.
I want to see adult Gemma
She
and
would
her
be
being a
such-
badass, like a Ripley character or something.
I think she'd be such a twisted individual. I mean, just think about
She's
everything that
seen
she's
things
gone
Be
through
like
already.
Jeffrey Dahmer and the cute girl.
Somebody's asking in the chat if Shelby was going to be any more House episodes. Well, this isn't. The House is done. This was the finale of the House. 10 Candles moves on. We will be looking for a new guest next week. Now, if Shelby wants to join us for any shows at the channel, she's, of course, more than welcome. We really love having you out. And you've been an awesome guest. Thank you for
Yeah.
embracing it.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Shelby.
Thanks
Thanks.
for having me.
You're like-
yeah,
you're-
I feel like a family.
You're
Yeah.
like the perfect little sister for this. It
Yeah.
was great.
Yeah.
And somebody asked if like we work on plots together and stuff like that. You
He
guys.
works on our plot.
Yeah, I work on tearing you guys apart once you
Yeah.
tell me who you are. I have these guys fill out sheets, and then we kind of like work together on them as we go. But when I found out you were going to be on this, that's like, oh, you are a little sister. You're just
Yeah.
like that's just who
I
you
am
are.
the baby of my family.
Archetyping.
Yeah.
Thanks, pup games.
So we sometimes will base who the characters are on already what you're bringing to the table naturally.
Yeah.
Just because it helps get into the character even more and helps with the story development. Because we only have 3 episodes to like, so it's good to be something that's a little bit in their wheelhouse and not
It
try to
has
be
to be.
like
Trying to,
crazy.
trying to improvise something you're not related to is incredibly
It's really
Yeah.
difficult.
Yeah.
And on our sillier shows, we could do that. You could
Yeah.
you could play Thanos and in our you know like you could do that. That's fine. That's
I'd
totally
be such
fine.
a great Thanos.
That's
Just
totally
saying.
fine. But for this, we need to keep it a little bit closer to the chest because decisions are having to be made so quickly and seriously and not
Thanks,
jokingly. You know, it's got to work.
Yeah,
I will say I
that's-
made her brave. I am not
Zach is
brave.
great.
Yeah, that's why
Um,
truths are so helpful with us too.
It's
where
adding-
it's so
Right.
very helpful because then we can just kind of work that in and
Well,
tweak
I
our
mean,
characters
I
around
mean,
it.
yeah, and we were given instruction not to fill out our backstory too much, so you guys
Right.
can add to it.
And that's something I want to tell you guys for sure. I purposely tell them don't create backstory so you in the chat get to use the
Fabulous.
creator truth or
Fabulous.
character truth. We want you to fill out their character sheets basically with their truths. We make it very broad where they don't reveal their backstory so you in the audience get the opportunity to tip with those truths and be writers on the show as well and say like this is who they were, this is what
Yeah.
happened in their past and all
Yeah.
that good stuff. We leave it open for a reason.
What were with the chairs in the basement?
The chairs
I
in the
assume
basement. That's come
where
up a
the
couple
cult
of
were
times.
having meetings. And the
Yeah, what's
the
with all the
meetings
chairs?
ended and
Your
the chairs were
father had
stacked.
gone crazy.
Okay, and just collected chairs or what?
And he just was trying to create some sort of barricade,
Oh,
and that
okay.
is what he found.
Okay.
And it's
okay.
just more to symbolize the fact that it's nonsensical, which is his mind was fractured. He had lost his mind when he was down there, and he was trying to trap it in and keep himself from going in.
Okay,
Favorite characters to
some-
play so far? What were your favorite characters to play so far?
I really enjoyed Agent Nixon Rose Emery. I thought that was a really fun to be the FBI agent
Yeah.
of the town, just because she was just super fun and snarky.
Yeah.
You know,
was
and
a
she
good
got
character.
to shoot her gun a couple of times. That's always fun.
Put her sunglasses on.
Yeah, and yeah, she was pretty practical, and yeah, the myself and Hector Navarro just doing the do with the sunglasses. Couldn't get enough of that.
That was fun.
So I really enjoyed her.
I'd have to say mine was the deputy, because he was pretty like kick-ass when he needed to be. That was fun, just being a cop and like killing the sheriff and stuff. That was a cool scene. And yeah, just kicking ass.
Dude, I was so close at the end to having it be the bull that showed up.
Right?
That was standing with him, but then I was like, it just wouldn't make sense. As the bull, he wouldn't like.
What do you mean, like the?
I was gonna
Yeah,
have
sure.
Assam,
Sure enough.
Daniel Asim, be the
Yeah.
one that was standing with him at the end.
Yeah.
With who?
With Wallace Ronnie.
Oh, okay,
the original
gotcha.
Dr.
Yeah,
Wallace
yeah.
Ronnie?
As opposed to Shallow, nah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But then it's like, well, he would have been too young,
Boss fight, yeah.
and it wouldn't have made sense. Shiloh was older, very much older, and being in charge of all those things, he would know. Kolob obviously knows, and we learned this in the town when you were inside the vision of the council. Kolob knows where a lot of these things are happening. And you now have a list. It's not a
Yeah.
complete list,
Oh.
but it's a list.
Yeah.
And that list will inform a lot of things moving forward.
Ooh.
Was the name Abel a nod to Cain? And
Yes.
like, was he gonna? I mean, he obviously was, but was he? This question was he gonna be involved in the storyline somehow?
No. It's just
It
when
was
I had
just
to think
a-
of a name on the spot of what the sheriff was going to be named, I just thought it'd be fun to make him named Abel
Right.
just to...
I like the idea. I mean, I thought like if you were gonna like kind of push it in that direction where we were still alive, like I didn't actually realize we were chopped up, but I would have loved to have killed him. What was your favorite character?
I've honestly liked something different about all of them. They've all given me something new to practice because I've only been doing this kind of improv here for like a year, so everything's a new challenge, and it's really fun to try something one episode,
the
rewatch
chat.
the episode, and then go, oh, that worked and that did not work. So
and
I'll
that's something
repeat
I
that
find
behavior
interesting
and stop doing that.
about you guys.
Yeah.
You rewatch the episodes,
Yeah, we do.
I do, yeah.
Of
No, well, I
course,
mean,
it's
like-
fun.
Well, it's not just
we
that,
want the
but-
information. We want to do a
Yeah.
good job.
Well,
yeah.
it's like sometimes in a week you forget what happened, and so
And we want to remember. We
yeah,
want to
yeah,
continue
and
the
where like
story.
where I was in that which state I was at the end of the episode, you kind of need that refresher.
And
but
you could just skip to the end of the episode to see that.
Well, I did
But it's
to-
We
like,
like
no.
the show. We like watching the
Yeah,
show as well, which is
genuinely
weird because we're
like
in it. But
Either
it's good.
watching it or listening to it. I
Yeah.
prefer to listen to
I
it.
do both. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, you do? Yeah. I
but
just-
yeah, it's it's pretty cool.
It's been a lot of fun. It's been a challenge and a
Yeah.
learning experience, and I really like it.
I do know that I want to try to play like a flighty character. Something
you've
like
been very
flippity, give
Do it next- yeah, do it
next
I know,
volume.
right? I want to be total airhead. Just be like maybe a lucky airhead or something.
That sounds great.
Somebody
Like,
asked
I'm
in the
gonna hit it
chat.
with a hammer.
Somebody asked in the chat, Zach, when you're playing games with friends, who is more frequently the GM, you or Malika? We don't play games with friends.
Only for work.
Only for work.
Oh.
I mean, this is
Which is
playing
a
games with friends.
blessing.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's
It's a blessing.
I get to play games a couple times a week
We're
with
literally
you
living
guys.
the dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when we're not live on the air, we don't have time.
No,
to do-
honestly.
We don't have fun.
Honestly.
Yeah.
No, but we are having
we're having fun
like
here.
We have
now,
fun
like
here.
when you
This
Yeah.
is the
play.
best job I've ever had.
Yeah.
You get to
like-
learn while you're doing it
Yeah.
Yeah.
as work.
And you
know,
said you actually genuinely
fantastic.
enjoy like this, like
Oh, I
doing-
need it.
Okay. See.
I need it. I need creative
Soul
outlet to do
service.
this job. Oh yeah, my background is in the
thanks.
creative arts. Like,
Velocity. Thanks.
if
Yeah.
I'm not doing something that's like engaging the
Yeah.
storytelling part of my brain, I start to get real claustrophobic and go a little crazy. So I need something, at least, to pull me away from
like idle thumbs.
from spreadsheets and emails. you know.
Did you take voice lessons for your killer screaming?
No, I actually discovered that I quite like my screams, which is a weird thing to say, but I've
People like
never
your
screamed
screams.
before.
They were good screams.
I'd like to do some canned screams. That would be a
Yeah.
fun
I
thing
wanna
to
do a
do.
scream. No, it's not the same.
Pub
Yeah,
Games. Pub Games want to know if we'd be at TwitchCon. We will definitely be at TwitchCon. There'll be a ton of us at TwitchCon for sure.
I'm talented. That's why. No, I'm kidding.
Coming up next, guys,
Sorry.
like I said,
to be
after this,
self-aware.
let's get a couple more questions in. I've been bamboozled. Says, how do we find past episodes? You can find them on youtube.com/hyperrpg. Or, and those are a month behind purposely because we don't want to spoil stories as they're happening. But if you subscribe to HyperRPG, you get access to the VODs immediately. And you can watch episode 1 and 2 of this volume almost immediately. and
That's
we
how
would
we
appreciate
watch them. We
Yep.
subscribe.
Yes.
We
There you
support
go.
this channel.
We would love your subscription. It helps us keep doing this, and I know you guys probably get tired of me saying this, but if you're new viewer, you don't know. And I know every once in a while we have people come in here and they think we're crazy because we're asking for tips and stuff like that. And just know running a studio in Hollywood is expensive.
Extraordinary.
Running a business in California legally and abiding by all of the rules is extremely expensive. Just having payroll companies, business insurance, health insurance for the full-time employees, all those things are crazy expensive, and our overhead is between 40 to 50K a month to keep this place open. So
It's a
it's
real
kind of
thing.
like a live Kickstarter. You guys' contributions, your subscriptions, your tips keep this channel
Healthcare.
alive and allow us to keep doing this kind of content.
This super unique content.
Very unique, very
you.
different.
Thanks, Muddy.
Thank you.
McGurr.
Thank you for that subscription, Vaney. Thank you so much.
Yay.
What any homework for? Question was any homework for next week? Like any?
Go watch The Thing.
Oh, okay.
Watch
Oh,
The
wow.
Um,
1982's The
Remix.
Thing.
All of them. They're all so
Thing. Oh,
good.
come on.
I love it.
Going Carpenter all the way. Even,
Nice.
yeah, watch The Thing.
Cool.
God.
Okay.
Creature.
So we have to
I'd watch some creature horror for sure.
Those are my
Like
favorite.
The Ritual.
Like what?
or-
Like what?
I've just added that to my list because you recommended it to me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch
Ooh.
it tonight.
There you go. I enjoy. I want somebody to cosplay that creature if they can.
You know what's really funny? Like sometimes horror movies that stick in your head that make no sense. There are a couple movies that throughout my past have stuck with me the most as the most frightening things I've ever seen in my life. Usually it makes no sense.
Is it Critters? Because yes,
Close?
horrifying.
Puppet Master.
Oh.
You remember the old Puppet Master movies?
Yes.
I saw all of them, and each of them would terrify me equally.
Haha.
Get in my head real bad. Dead Ringers by Cronenberg, just because watching Jeremy Irons play Jeremy Irons playing the same character and scenes together, and the content, subject matter, and that. I was way too young to watch that movie. Fucked with me for years. And strangely, and if people look this up or even watch the trailer, they're going to be like, what the fuck? This looks terrible. A movie called Death Machine.
Cool.
For some reason, and it may have just been the mood I was in that night when I was really
Probably a
young.
good mood, yeah.
It just scared me so much. I had nightmares for so long from that movie. I used to only watch horror movies when I was a kid. It was like my favorite thing. We had one of those.
I feel ya.
We would once a week go to this town about 45 minutes away, and there was a video store there. It was 7 movies, $7, 7 days. And if we went once a week, it was like, all right, I'm going to pick up my 7 tapes.
Wow.
That's what I'm going to watch this week.
Right.
And then
That's a
next
great
week, I'll
deal.
drop them off and
Yeah.
buy a new. And it was almost always bad horror movies. And I'm so glad that my parents were like, fuck it, watch
Oh
whatever
my
you want.
God.
Yeah. You're too young and just watching the scary stuff.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It really fucked with me. But it was
It's
great.
great.
It
It's
was
great.
It was
I
really
watched
great.
Goosebumps too young. That was a
I
good
wasn't
film.
allowed to watch Goosebumps.
I shouldn't have been.
Don't open the door to evil, Kathleen. You can't close it once it's open.
I remember when I was 8 and I saw Silent Night, and it's all about a homicidal Santa Claus. Yeah.
Christmas is good.
It was awesome.
I feel like we need to have a movie party with Shelby. I like the chat's picking up on your confusion of like, what are these fucking movies
I know,
they're
and I
talking
love
about?
horror movies.
Have you seen The Thing?
Maybe it was called
I
Silent
don't-
Night.
I
I
wanna
think it was
see
called
The
Thing. I haven't
Silent
seen
Night.
the-
You should put
Like
The
the
Thing at the
original.
top of your list.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
do
a good
love horror
one.
movies.
It's got Kurt Russell in it. You'll love
And
it.
if you want a really good time, watch something like Puppet Master and Critters.
Yes, Critters. Oh my God.
It's so...
They're like this big, but they will take you down.
Oh, God. I wouldn't use a public restroom after that movie for a long time.
Wow.
Oh, no.
Because it's like they just like they
Spoiler.
roll and they're like
Public restroom, so they hide in the toilet and like
One of
stab
them
you up
did.
the butt or something?
One of
They're
them
like
did.
butt
At
stab
a
in the
carnival.
Yes.
At a,
Yeah.
yeah, like...
You just shit on them.
There's a special era. There's a special era of horror, late 80s all the way through the 90s, that is just its
Great
own
practical
like
effects.
its own genre
Yeah.
of horror that is such a special.
All right, I
And there's
need to
some
get
great
into
stuff
that.
now. Like there's shit coming out right now that is like, it's going back to that kind of 70s, really, really top quality. Like It Follows is one of the best damn movies.
so good.
I've
I've heard that that was
It
It
very
takes
good.
So
such a
good.
simple concept where it's like, oh yeah, monsters
Simple.
always go under you. They go after you like slow moving.
Not
But
just
you
simple.
could just run away. But
Making
you have to
making
stop.
the entire thing
at
an
some
allegory
point.
to STDs. Get
and
the
then,
fuck
and
out.
then that. No, I'm just saying it takes a simple concept and then it raises the stakes. It
Sounds
ups
great.
it.
I want to watch it.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
excited for a horror movie bath night.
With it.
Yeah.
Dude, I've been watching way too many. I mean, Matt sat at my desk earlier, and he was like,
Oh no!
I don't know my glasses.
Oh, it was showing.
I just gotta have like
Picture of
inspiration up
horror.
here.
Yeah.
There was a Tremors, good one.
Hi,
There
Claire.
was a question way earlier. They were asking you, Zach. So how's sleep going?
Punched your girlfriend again recently?
No, not recently. That sounds terrible. It was in my sleep.
It was
in my
in his
sleep.
sleep. It was
in my
a buff
sleep.
in his sleep.
Because I was having nightmares.
Killer
Oh my
Clowns
God.
from Outer Space.
That sounds horrific.
Really?
I'm never going to watch that. That sounds
It's
Oh, man.
horrific. I still
deal.
can't look
All
at
the
clowns.
Leprechaun movies.
Nope, no.
Yeah.
But don't. Now they're just so racist. Don't watch them. But
Yeah.
that's the other thing, too. Like, you
lot
watch
of
a lot of
them are
these, and
shitty.
it's like, you're like, oh, God. And then you're like, we've come a really long way.
Yeah. No more
Little dated.
Leprechaun in the hood.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We'll be back next week. We don't have a guest yet. I'll let you know when we book our guests for the next volume. Thank you, Shelby, so much.
Thanks, Shelby.
Thanks for having me. It's been
You
so
are
much
now
fun.
an official honorary thumper. You are part of the
Yay.
community. Thank you so much. We'd love to have you back on anything. You did a great job. And everybody show her some love in the chat. We will be back next week with 10 Candles at the same time, 6 p.m., and a new volume, a new jumping on point.
I'll be
It's
watching.
going to be great. Coming up next, we
We're
have
gonna get
Perception
eaten.
Check, our D&D show with Puppets and Bert, the GM of our Star Wars show, is our special guest tonight.
Ah, cool.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 30 minutes. Enjoy these clips. Stick around. Have fun. Talk in the chat. Subscribe.
Yay!
We love you guys. We'll be back next week.